Well, good morning, everyone. Still missing that video intro, but that was pretty exciting. You had a quick flash of the announcement that the entries are now open for 2029 MGR, which is kind of exciting to talk about in some ways. It'll be surprising for others when they read the notice of race, which is available. We will be making the official announcement with a press release coming out very shortly about everything that's going on, and there's lots happening on the tracker as well. So I'll waffle a bit, give people a chance to turn up so they like seeing what's going on. I've got little bits of updates and got some interesting pictures that have come in from the entrance, the sailors out there. Just was supposed to be putting this press release out today, but it's always never ceases to amaze me how busy we get. Anyway, you think you have a work plan, and then all of a sudden it all goes to mud when something else happens and something else happens. But there's all good stuff going on, and it's raining today. Not all day, but it was raining this morning. It's a bit grey. That's why the light looks a bit funny. The blue sky will come later. Okay, so I think we're probably ready to go. It's only 3 minutes, after 8, so people are still jumping on, but I'll keep moving. I don't want to bore you with all this stuff. So we'll go straight into the tracker and then see who's up for it when we get there. So there's the tracker now, and you've got it, so I'm getting on it as well. I'm going to press the right button here. I'm on it. Oh, Eric's turned the corner, so a couple of people are updating, which is kind of cool. We've got a few people in Thursday Island right now, which we will get to in a minute. And, we'll talk about it now before we go too far. Well, there's still other people probably coming up behind. I'll just show you what we've got here. It's always fun looking at Google Earth sort of thing. It's where you go on a free holiday, just jump on Google Earth. So Peela's there, Dan's there, Renault's there, and Kerry's there. So we've got 4 of them. They're all hanging out in the same spot. I saw Renault and Dan got ashore for a beer. Kerry's over the side here. I'm not sure how the clearing of customs went, whether they've been given permission to go ashore, but they're talking to them. They're all talking to customs immigration bits. Kerry had to move yesterday. He came in and anchored exactly where he was advised to anchor on the first group of boats, but then there were some dredges coming in, so he was asked to move early in the morning. So he will go back to his anchoring position before he leaves to start the rest of his journey from there. So that's what happened to Kerry, and the others are all anchored pretty much there, having a bit of fun. Probably crocodile spotting, who knows what. There was a few other cruising boats around. You probably saw the conversation I had with Renault. It was really quite interesting. So that was a bit of fun. And Peela arrived by the look of it just after dark. So she was over here coming in, and by my calculations, it would have been just getting dark as she got there. So that's kind of good for her. She got most of the distance, and everyone else is having a pretty nice time. We're not seeing anything untoward. I'll go straight back to the tracker before we get too far gone. It's kind of nice looking at the image without the wind when you can actually see what's going on. The others, if that's right now, that's right on time. So Josh is going to go through. He'll be there just on light. It was interesting to see when Adam went through. Adam and no, that's right. Yeah, okay. So Adam was waiting for the tide, and it looked as if when we did that quick one that he was behind Jacob, lost ground, waiting for the tide, where Jacob went ahead, but it wasn't. It's just that their trackers weren't showing the same timeline. So that's where they are now. So Mark's going up through the, getting close. Adam's there. There'll be plenty of time in daylight. I wasn't going to do this, but we're already here, so I don't want to move around everywhere. So round about, say, that's been the distance turning the corner, 40 miles. So give it 8 hours and he's there. So it's about 7 o'clock in the morning there. So he'll be in the afternoon, very relaxed. Same with Jacob. That's kind of cool. And then the others, when they roll through, they're going to be through in daylight here. They'll end up sailing the passage all the way across during the night, but it seems to be reasonably okay. The seas are flat. They're going to have plenty of breeze. We'll look at that in a minute. And then they'll arrive in daylight at Thursday Island tomorrow sometime by the look of their distance right now. There's the whole fleet. I should put the... anyway, you've got that graphic there of the reefs. Now they will disappear when we put the wind up. Here it comes. Boom. Look at that. They're just out on a green ocean. So, Urton hanging in back there doing 5.7 knots, 128 mile day. That's hooting along. They've got plenty of breeze. Still not a lot of yellow there, which is encouraging. When it gets to yellow, it gets a bit more hard work. So Gary's 4.2, 113. He's probably going under bare poles and relaxing. Did have a quick chat with him yesterday, or messages, and he is going to now go to Thursday Island and enjoy the company of the rest of the crew before he sets sail. Not for Cocos, he'll go straight to Darwin. Be interested to see how many people are going to Darwin now, because Adam's confirmed he's going to Thursday Island. I'm assuming he's notified him early enough because he doesn't want to lose contact with the rest of the fleet, which is very relevant, because if you go to Thursday Island, you're going to lose contact till you possibly catch up with them in Cocos, and then it'll even out again. I'll explain that once again later. There's a catch-up. So those going to Darwin only get to stay, I think it's 5 days in Cocos, and those that go to Thursday Island get to spend 10 days in Cocos, something like that. That's a bit of a guess. Anyway, Gary is doing fine and having a great ride. Christian has done really well. I thought he was going to lose out a lot more than that, going down south or being sort of pushed down south and then having to head up, but he's been driving hard. He's often got faster speeds, as he is right now. 140 mile day, that's pretty impressive. 5.7 knots, and he's hanging in with the fleet, so he's had to work hard to do that, even with his head clock. Maybe the head clock made him go faster. I don't know. Jasmine, 5.2, 120 mile days. So you can see there, Christian taking out 20 miles on Jasmine in the last 24 hours. Josh, 115, might be relaxing, I'm not sure, but could be stalling a bit for the tide. They're all conscious of going through here. That's I reckon they've got 20, gusting 25 there, probably 2 to 3 or 3 metre seas, and they would roll over if the tide's going out, but we'll look at the currents in a minute. So coming up through the reef, having a great time, and today they'll just be off their tree, because all of a sudden they're looking at Australia. They've gone more than halfway across the world, and they'll be thinking, hey, we just did another one all the way from Fiji, and there's going to be a bit of a partying atmosphere when they get there. So Jacob, 4.8 knots, 120. Adam, 4.9 knots, 125. So he's kept the pressure up. And Mark, he's got no hope, 4.9. So that's the lot there. Let's look at the currents now. Always amazing to see the tidal stuff, whether they get a boost. Kerry was telling me he had a big kick around the corner. So at the moment, they've got a bit of a head current up there, side current in the back end of the fleet, nothing, or in the mid fleet, and then Gary and Urton got very little. So, and remembering this is where the reefs are. So it's going out a little bit at the moment, but it looks like, but let's just see. I'm going to push that on a bit. Oh, I've got my keyboard here. I'm still using a remote keyboard because I don't have a G on my keyboard. Okay, just push this through 3 hours. Yeah, it's going to go with them. If you look at Jasmine and Christian and Josh, and just as they're about to enter, they've got a favourable current there. Yeah, big push over the top. Only for 6 hours, but they'll be close to through that then. Maybe. Anyway, there's either way, it's still pushing through favourably for the next 12 hours. So they've only got positive currents going all the way. In fact, all the way up through the reef. There's not much head current there at all. It's all helping them on. So that's cool. And it's gone quiet. There must be I was just about to say, it must be a Dodge Tide up there that's gone quiet up Cape York. But the currents only go for 2 days. You only get forecast for the current for 2 days. So just looking at the final approach here of these guys, I'll just push that through once again. Hang on. See if they get a drag race around the corner 6 hours. No, they'll get a push. They'll get a push, so they'll like that. So they'll make pretty good time, and it's all positive after that. So yeah, currents are all good. Let's go back to the wind and see what they're doing here for the next day or two as they're coming through. And it's going to pick up a bit. So there it is right now. All looking very nice. 25 knot gusting sign, and hit that every 3 hours. 1, 2, 6 hours. It's coming up behind 6. So I think Christian and the others, they'll be more or less through it before it builds up too much. We'll look at the sea state as well. But Gary and Urchin, they're going to have a bit of fun there. They'd want to make sure they come through make sure that the currents are good when they're coming through the gap, and then they'll be right, because once you're inside, it's all calm, and they'll just rocket up there. So that's not looking too bad. Now, we forgot about our little mate up here, Eric. You can see what's going to happen here. There's a few things. He's mentioned, and I'll read his message to us. I think he's going to Thursday Island, which is really interesting, because he's got to catch up to these guys. He's going to have to come down here, and you can see it's on the beam, and not only that, so he's going to have weather on the beam. He's going to have all the shipping, because there's a lot of shipping that goes up north here and around the corner. So he's going to be awake for a while maybe. And as you come down here, you're on a lee shore. There's quite a few reefs down there. Let's have a look. We'll check that again. But basically, we did that the other day. So you come down here if he's going to Thursday Island. If he was going to Darwin, you can shortcut. It's a bit challenging because there's some reefs up here. We've been looking at that some time ago for a mate of ours that's going to do a rowboat from Peru all the way across to Africa, sort of thing. Two-thirds of the way around the world. He's got to row through here, which is going to be very demanding. It's probably the trickiest bit. He's watching the 580s go through. We had a quick chat this morning. So Eric's going to have some stories, I reckon, and then he's got about from there. He's got. I'm just going to do a distance here. He's still got another 100 miles to go at least. It won't be tacking, but it's going to be fast with the breeze on the quarter. So that's okay. So there's the first day anyway. And he should be through it there, but it's going to be windy all the way down for Eric. And anyway, shouldn't be any further than on the beam, which is fine. Maybe even a tad just after the beam, so it'll be fast. And there's no let up there. Even the boys in Horn Island are going to have plenty of breeze there. But they might not have to. I think they'll go over to Thursday Island for a holiday if customs have actually cleared them in on Horn Island. I haven't heard what's going on there, but it's worth a look. Classic outback Australia. I think they'll sort of enjoy it in a strange way. Except for Urchin, he wants restaurants. He's probably going to Darwin, but let's wait and see. Okay, so plenty of breeze for everyone there. No surprises. Clouds. Is it cloudy? Eric's got the clouds. The rest of the fleet are going to have reasonably good in a couple of days. Right now, it's average. It's average, a bit glary, but that's all fine. I can't think of anything else that I've missed here. We've covered everyone. Eric's been doing well. He's doing 3.9 at the moment, which is surprising. Might be just sleeping, catching up. Not sure. Oh, it could be currents. Did we check out these currents? Oh, there's why. Yep, Eric's got a bit of a head current at the moment. That'd be a good knot and a bit, maybe. And so let's just look at his currents, what he's likely to get here. This is always the challenge. It's more wide open up there. And, okay, what am I doing here? Click that. We'll go through hourly. You should get a kick through. Here we go. Missed that. Little slight bit of nothing, little bit of help. Bit of nothing, little bit of help. Going against you a little bit. No, it's all on the beam. So that's okay. What I will do is just see if I can show you the track down here. If I get rid of the wind. I've got to come back here. We want that. No overlay. Right. So basically, he's going to come across here, and then you've got to run down the edge of all this. This is the shipping lane coming down the side here. Okay, and then once he's down here, he'll cut across there and head over. But there's some little. I'll pick it up. You might see it. It doesn't really show you that well, but there's some other little bits here, which means, yeah, you want to stay a bit to give you an idea of the distance there. If your course is down here, how far away from the reef are you? 4 miles. So it's okay as long as everything's going right. Otherwise, the wind just pushes you right over there. It's not a problem. And there's a lot of traffic here as well. There's a lot. In fact, Jazz had an interesting picture on her post, which I shared, just showing the from marine traffic, all the AIS transmitters, and there's boats everywhere, fishing boats, ships, blah blah blah. A lot of traffic coming down here. Okay, I think we're done with that. I'll come back here, see who's there, and just say good day. What I will do, just how can I do this? No, I know how I can do it. I'm just going to walk you through before we get there. Only 15 minutes in, that's okay. I'm going to take you back to the tracker. So if I hit that, you're back to the there we go, back to the tracker. So I'm on the tracker, and then I'm going to get off the tracker, go to the home page. Boom, boom. Big flash. Download the notice of race right there. And if you come onto the race, we go through bits. If you want to just have a quick brief of what it is, there's a bit of a story there that I've told people. This is on the race page, just a bit of a letter. It talks the entries are open, tells you what the costings are, gives you the map, and gives you the download there of the download. Oh, let's download the map. Hang on, where's the download of the? Oh, you can get that off the home page, the opening page, and then down the bottom here. This is the program of the Transat. Where's the Transat there? Am I on the right? Yeah. Preliminary program. Transat race. Huh? Oh, I see. Got it. Right. This is actually the preliminary program for the 20. Huh? Oh, okay. I see what's going on. It's talking about the 26 Transat race program, and then this is the mini globe race program for 29. So you can see roughly what the timeline is. There'll be changes, but anyway, that's there, and it gives you a rough idea. 24,400 miles to sail around the world, plus another 3,600. So it's 24, 5, 6, 7, 8. The whole program is 28,000 miles in a little mini. It's quite amazing. Anyway, that's all the information's there, and then you can, if you're up for it, you know what's going on. You can make your plans. If you want to get into the Transat, we've released the Transat as well, and we'll be, when we get this press release out, we may do a standalone press release. So all of the followers that are watching, you're getting it firsthand, but we will be announcing it all. You know, we may do a special little news update, that press release rather, that the entries for Transats and Mini Globe Race 29 are out, and then we'll talk about the story with all the boats coming into the reef and getting to Thursday Island, which is pretty amazing. I don't know about you, but every now and then I stop and think, holy dooly, it's happening. And the sailors on the 580s must be kicking back in Thursday Island thinking, how cool's this? Anyway, that's just me, and I need a haircut and a beard trim. I haven't had it yet. Okay, enough of that. We'll just say good day, and good day, Matthew. We're looking forward for the race update. Yep, cool. On board, Matthew. Pre-notice of race 26 printout is right in front of me. Good on you. Okay, enjoy. Yeah, I have no idea how many entrants we get. We might only get 3, but something tells me the Transat's going to be popular and a problem in 28 because the MGR guys and girls have to do the Transat if they're out of Europe and stuff. And anyway, we'll see what happens. Mariano, hi Don, the MGR idea and concept proved to be successful. Is proving. Hasn't proved yet. They got a long way to go. And, they're bound for Cape Town, but will they get there? Touch wood, touch wood, touch wood. But yeah, we're really happy. I mean, you got to be. It really is proving something very special in terms of adventure, in terms of the idea of build your little boat and go now. And yeah, there's some amazing things coming from this. And at some point, a lot of people will sit up and take note. I mean, a lot of people think, what the heck? You went around the world in those little things? Holy dooly. It's going to be like that happened to us when we lived in Antarctica for a year. when we came out, it was a huge story, and I always related to it. It was like the cat stuck up the drain pipe, rescued by the fireman, and the story goes nuts. And I just have this sneaky suspicion that while all the entrants are making it look really easy because they're doing such a good job of building their boats, preparing their boats, sailing their boats, all that sort of stuff, it does look too easy. And I know it's not. They're all having to suffer and get excited and have emotional roller coasters and really experience life, which is what they're doing. So it's amazing. I've got to stop talking about it. How long is the TI stopover? 5 days, if I remember rightly. I have to look at the sailing instructions. So much going on in the head. Fiji to Cape Town, there it is, right here. Just to be sure. Thursday Island. Oh, I'm stuck here. Darwin is 7 days. And Thursday, hang on. Jeepers. Quackers. If visiting Darwin to Cocos Keeling. Thursday Island's 5 days. Yeah, 5 days, sorry. Because it was 6. We moved the days around. There's a big thing before it started as being a Darwin stop in the beginning. And then we thought, no, it's going to be a lot easier to go to Thursday. So we said, what do we do? And everyone said they wanted to go to Thursday Island. So we said, okay, we'll put Thursday in. And then a lot of them said, we want to go to Darwin now. So we thought, okay, I'll do both. So we've done both. And now it'll be interesting to see who's going to Darwin, because Thursday's pretty interesting. So g'day, Christine. Sunshine Coast. G'day, Rachel. Flat Pack Don, any update on the Selden chain plate shroud situation? No, not yet, but I don't think anyone's stressing. We've just told any builders don't bolt it on. I've been simply too busy even to condense or to summarise all the variants in where the chain plates are, and I have not had time at all to talk to Selden. They've just been absolutely flat out. So, but those that have already bolted their chain plates on, it doesn't affect them. Just leave them there. Don't do anything. And it's going to take time. It could take another month or so. So just stand by on that. The chap that didn't get his plans for 7 weeks or something, that was Jane. She checked it all out yesterday, and the guy, I forget your name, sorry, I forget. He paid his money for the plans, and nothing was happening. I thought, well, that's strange. Usually only a couple of weeks. We paid the money. We got the money, sent it to Jonas, I think, and then for whatever reason, Jane slipped behind the system because we had a lot on the go. So it's all been sorted now, apparently. So that was unusual. Thanks for the incredible voyage of... jeepers, I don't want to talk about that. That is a major drama. I'm not even going to talk about it. We've got people onto it now. It's not supposed to be there. Anyway, morning. Go, Christian. Who has had the most nautical miles in the 24-hour period to date? I think it was Adam, 160 miles, or 161. Brian, tides on 6 hour, so tracker current barrier misleading. Tides on 6 hour, so tracker current barrier misleading on current crossings. Yeah, they're not quite there yet, but anyway, we can sort that. You can sort that out when you get to the tracker, but they'll be mindful of the tide coming out at the time. So, how many miles did they get? How many miles did they get? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what that means. Adam did 161 miles at one stage. I think it was on the way, or it was in leg 2, but I can't remember exactly where they were when they did it. There was a bit of current assist too, I think. Why is there a difference between Darwin and Thursday Island? Oh, because that's very complicated. But basically, if you've got the route sailing down, and those going, if you give an option of Thursday Island or Darwin, but not both, those going past have got a huge advantage because it takes you time to get down to Darwin and get out of Darwin. So we allowed 2 days for people going to Darwin. They get an extra 2 days on the water. So then we have to compensate for that and take those 2 days off when they get to Cocos. Thursday Island is not a place where you want to spend 8 days, right? You just go there, do your stuff. 5 days is plenty of time, and keep going. So they get the extra time in Cocos. So it was all trying to cater for what everyone wanted. So it's a juggling act, and so it's hard to keep track of where they are on the water until they get to Cocos. But when they leave Cocos, it's all the compensation has been taken care of. You know, they will all be in their relative positions on the water when they leave Cocos. Great race from Vuda, where we met many of the skippers. Terrific. Yeah, good on you, Steve. Okay, that's it. So, hi, Peter. I'm glad you're all enjoying it. Thanks for following. Like it and share it. Tell your mates, all those sorts of things. And we'll all see you again tomorrow. See you later.